So electric charge and its properties. First we will discuss electric charge. Electric charge is an intrinsic property. Intrinsic property of material particles such as electrons, protons, alpha particles, etc. By virtue of which we can understand electric forces among different materials. Different materials. Here the key point is electric charge is an intrinsic property. Intrinsic property. So in general, electric charge means we may thought that electric charge is a thing. Like that we will talk electron, proton, like that. If anybody asks about electric charge means we can simply say the answer as electron or proton like that. But electric charge is not a thing. This is a property. This is intrinsic property of material particles, such as these electrons, protons, and alpha particles, etc. So these type of material particles, which means what is meant by material particles? They have some mass. That is the meaning of material particle. So these massive particles has an intrinsic property. Intrinsic means the property which does not depend on any other parameters. The property by its own is known as intrinsic property. For example, electron has half spin. Electron has half spin. So the spin of the electron is intrinsic property. Intrinsic property. That means the property which does not depend on any other properties is known as intrinsic property. So the intrinsic property of material particles is known as electric charge. Okay. So what is the use of this intrinsic property means we can understand different electric forces among different materials. So with the help of this electric charge, whether attractive force or repulsive force, what type of forces are acting between these materials, that means those are conducting materials, we can understand with the help of this electric charge. Okay. The key point is intrinsic property of material particles. Material particle. That is the reason. So this is intrinsic property of material particle, which means there must be a particle. So then only there will be electric charge. For example, property or characteristics of a person or characteristics of one element. That means if there is an element, then only it has some property. In the same way, it is the property of material particle. That means there should be one particle, that is massive particle. So that massive particle only having this intrinsic property. So that is the reason we can say there is no electric charge without mass. There is no electric charge without mass. But there is a mass. There is a mass without a electric charge. Without electric charge. So if there is no mass, there is no electric charge because electric charge is intrinsic property of this mass or particle. The particle has some mass. Okay. no electric charge without mass, without a mass. So because this is an intrinsic property. The basic or the minimum value of electric charge or basic quantum of charge is equal to small e or is e. The minimum value of electric charge, that means the minimum value that can exist in the universe, we can take it as small e. That is also called the basic quantum of charge. That means basic amount of charge is e. Here e is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb is equal to 1.6 into 10 power of minus 19 coulomb. So this is the minimum value of electric charge can exist in the universe. That means less than this value, there is no existence of electric charge. For example, if anybody said 1.6 into 10 power of minus 20 coulomb, that is not possible. So 1.6 into 10 power of minus 25 or minus 28. So like that the value they given me, that charge is not existable in the universe. Okay. The minimum value or basic value of charge is E, which is equal to 1.6 into 10 power of minus 19 coulomb. Next. Electric charge is a scalar quantity. Electric charge is a scalar quantity. Now, the charge on one electron is equal to minus E. The charge on one electron is equal to minus E, which is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 power of minus 19 coulomb. So E is the basic value of charge. So the charge on one electron is equal to minus E. That means this is equal to basic value of charge. That's the reason in general, what is meant by electric charge means we can simply say electron or proton. Okay. So the charge on one proton is equal to plus E, which is equal to plus 1.6 into 10 power of minus 19 coulomb. Plus E or plus 1.6 into 10 power of minus 19 coulomb. That means as basic value only exists in the case of electron and proton. Electron and proton. So that is the reason in general, the electric charge means we can simply say electron or proton. But electric charge is not an electron. Electric charge is not a proton. Electric charge is intrinsic property of electron, or intrinsic property of proton, or intrinsic property of alpha particle, whatever it is. That is not a thing. That is a property. So intrinsic property of the material particle. Okay, you know electron having mass. So mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 power of minus 31 kg, whereas mass of the proton 1.67 into 10 power of minus 27 kg. These are two are massive particles. As because of these are massive particles, these massive particles having property that is called electric charge. So without mass, there is no existence of the charge. Okay. Electric charge is a scalar quantity. Charge on one electron and charge on one proton. Next. Units. units of electric charge. First one, SI unit is coulomb, represented by capital C. Second one, CGS unit. So in this CGS unit, we have two types of units. One is electrostatic unit. CGS unit can further taking into electrostatic unit, which means when electrons are or electric charges are at rest position. That is called electrostatic unit. So electrostatic CGS electrostatic unit of electric charge is stat coulomb. So you can represent with the stat capital C. Like that we can represent in symbol. So here 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 9 stat coulombs. While solving numericals, this unit conversion is very important because they will give a unit of electric charge in stat coulomb. Okay, that we have to convert it into coulombs by using this relation. So 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 9 stat coulomb. Okay. Next, electromagnetic unit. This is electrostatic unit and this is electromagnetic unit. Is up coulomb. AB capital C. 1 coulomb is equal to 1 by 10 up coulomb. That means up coulomb is greater than the coulomb. That means 1 up coulomb is equal to 10 coulombs, or 1 coulomb is equal to 1 by 10 up coulombs. This is electromagnetic unit of electric charge. Okay. So this stat coulomb based question, one time they asked in JEE mains examination. They given the question in stat coulombs, the value of electric charge they given in stat coulomb, and they will ask the value in SI system of units. So that we have to convert this into other system. SI unit is coulomb. CGS unit, we have electrostatic unit and electromagnetic unit. Electrostatic unit is stat coulomb. 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 9 stat coulomb. Whereas electromagnetic unit is up coulomb. 1 coulomb is equal to 1 by 10 coulombs. Right. Next step. Dimensional formula. Electric charge is a derived physical quantity. We can derive electric current I is equal to Q by T. This we will get in the chapter of current electricity. So just to write this dimensional formula, we need to go with this formula. I is equal to Q by T. Electric current is equal to electric charge by T. So here electric current is a fundamental physical quantity. Electric charge is derived physical quantity, whereas electric current is fundamental physical. We have 7 fundamental physical quantities. Out of those 7, electric current is also one of the fundamental physical quantity. So now we can write Q is equal to current into time. So dimensional formula of charge we can write as current, we can represent with the ampere. This is T, A into T. Or so in general, in fundamental physical quantities, we will represent the expression. So m power of 0, L power of 0, T power of 1, A power of 1. A sometimes in some books they will represent with I also. Intensity of current. Intensity of current. I also they represent in the place of A. They may represent with I also. This is dimensional formula of electric charge. Electric charge is a derived physical quantity. So electric current is fundamental physical quantity. This is dimensional formula of electric charge. Okay, so once go through the points. Electric charge is intrinsic property. There is no electric charge without mass. Minimum value of electric charge is also called basic quantum of charge, that is equal to E. E is 1.6 with 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Charge on one electron is minus E, whereas charge on one proton is plus E. Both electrons and electrons and protons having mass. So these massive particles having properties called electric charge. So SI unit, CGS unit. So stat 1 coulomb is equal to 3.3 into 10 power 9 stat coulomb. 1 coulomb is equal to 1 by 10 up coulomb. Whereas dimensional formula is A into T. A into T. Now, properties of electric charge. Properties of electric charge. Properties of electric charge. Okay. So there are the following properties of electric charge. So there are first one, additivity. Additivity property of electric charge. Next, quantization of electric charge. Next one, conservation of electric charge. Additivity, quantization, and conservation. So these are the three properties of electric charge. These are the three basic properties of electric charge. Okay. So one by one we will discuss now. Okay. Note down properties of electric charge. These are the three following properties of electric charge. One is additivity, second one is quantization, and third one is conservation. Now put a side heading additivity. Okay. So what is the use of this additivity property is, for example, if this is a surface, this is a surface. Now the charges are lying on its on inside and on the surface of the surface and also outside the surface. For example, Q1 minus Q2, Q3 minus Q4, Q5 minus Q6, or this is minus Q6, this is Q7. Nothing is there, plus Q1, plus Q3, plus Q5, plus Q7. Now, what is the total charge of the system? Total charge of the system. If they asked about what is the total charge of the system, we can use the property of additivity of this electric charge to express the total charge of this system. So what additivity of electric charge is saying? The total charge of the system. The total charge of the system is equal to algebraic sum of all the individual charges. The total charge of the system is equal to algebraic sum of. So this algebraic sum means physical quantities which are scalar quantities can be added algebraically. Vector quantities can be added vectorically. So while adding of this scalar quantities, we can use this algebraic sum. We can add directly all the individual values. So when the values, so that when physical quantity is a vector quantity, we need to follow the vector laws to add those physical quantities. So here As electric charge is a scalar quantity, we can add algebraically all the individual values. So the total charge of the system is equal to algebraic sum of all the individual charges and the individual charges which are lying inside and on the surface of the system. So here we should consider only charges which are lying inside and on the surface of the system. Here, note charges lying outside the system can be charges lying outside the system can be neglected. The total charge of the system is equal to algebraic sum of all the individual charges. So this algebraic term we can use for scalar quantities. So for vector quantities, we can use vector sum of. Vector sum means we should follow the laws of vector addition to add those physical quantities. As electric charge is a scalar quantity, we can use algebraically add summation of all the individual charges. But those charges must be lying inside and on the surface of the system. The charges which are lying outside the system can be neglected. Okay. So this additivity property is very helpful while solving the numerical related to electric flux. So what is my electric flux? How this additivity property will helpful while discussion of this electric flux we will discuss again. So during the discussion of electric flux we will recall this concept again while discussion of electric flux. Okay, this is very important to calculate electric flux. Okay, the point you remember. Again we will discuss during the discussion of electric flux. Okay, right. Now mathematically the same we can express as Q is nothing but total charge of the system is equal to plus or minus Q1 plus or minus Q2 plus or minus Q3 plus or minus so on plus or minus Qn. This is mathematically we can say what we said in sentence. We are writing in a mathematical expression as Q is equal to plus or minus Q1 plus or minus Q2 plus or minus Q3 plus or minus so on plus or minus Qn. So for this example we have taken this as an example. Now what is the total charge of this example? What we taken is Q is equal to plus Q1 minus Q2 plus Q3 minus Q4 plus Q5. That's all. Because Q6 and Q7 are lying outside the system. So that's the reason we need to neglect these two charges. So the charges which are lying inside the system and on the surface of the system only can be considered. So for that example, total charges plus Q1 minus Q2 plus Q3 minus Q4 plus Q5. This is according to this relation. Okay. So in the previous examination, what they asked the question based on this electric flux is, to get electric flux, there must be some net electric charge. So simply we will get later while discussion of those things we will get again. Now you have taken a closed surface. In this 11 number of electric dipoles are placed. Electric dipole is nothing but separated by equal and opposite charges, separated by some distance. This is known as electric dipole. So when this is minus Q and this is plus Q, net charge is equal to how many number of electric dipoles? Net charge will be equal to 0 according to this additivity property. So from this net charge is equal to 0, the net flux is equal to 0. That is the question, very simple question they asked in previous NEET examination. Like that, while solving numerical related to electric flux, this is this additivity of electric charge is very important. So according to additivity of charges, the total charge of the system is algebraic sum of all the individual charges which are lying inside and on the surface of the system. The charges which are lying outside the system can be neglected. Okay. That is the first property of electric charge, that is additivity. Okay. Right. Next, second one, quantization. Quantization means in general meaning ordered. So if it has some ordered arrangement, then that is called quantization. That is the general meaning of the term quantization. That means in general, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that we can take numbers, decimal number system, 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 9 we can take. For example, 1 to 2, there are 1.1 to 1.9. These also numbers are available. That means we can count the numbers with 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and 1.9, and then 1 and then 2. Like that we can count mathematically. But while discussion about this quantization, for example, we'll take one glass rod. This is glass rod. Is rubbed with silk. Rubbed with the silk. So when glass rod is rubbed with silk, what happens? Electrons are transferred from glass to the silk. Electrons are transferred from glass to the silk. How many number of electrons will transfer? Maybe 1 electron, or 2 electrons, or 3 electrons, 4 electrons, like that. Is there any point of 1.4 electrons are transferred? Like this term we can't get. Mathematically, there is a meaning for 1.4. But to this particular situation, there is no meaning for 1.4. 1.4 is a number mathematically. It is 1.4 will exist as a number mathematically. But to this situation, when you are applying to this situation, there is no meaning for 1.4. That means 1.4 electrons are transferred from glass to the silk. Like that, anybody said me, that is meaningless. So that is the reason we can say either one electron may transfer, 2 electrons may transfer, 3 electrons may transfer, or 4 electrons may transfer. Like that, this transfer of electrons, how much total charge is transferred from glass to the silk means this is integral multiple of individual charges. For example, this is electron. Electron has a charge which is equal to minus e. Minus e. That means 1e, 2e, 3e, 4e, so on, n into e. If n number of electrons are transferred, n into e. That means these transfer of electrons having ordered arrangement. This is not continuous. This is not a so continue means 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, like that. This is one example we can understand. And after 10 minutes, we have to join again. Okay, but this is one example. Now, another example we take, we can understand in somewhat easy. For example, this is ground floor of a building. This is first floor. This is second floor. And this is third floor. Okay, so one, for example, 303, flat number 303 is available in third floor. So a guest came to meet the person in 303. He has to go 303 room. So if any person, if he don't know what is the flat number of his relatives, now he asked one person who is like he is standing on the ground. Now he will say he go to third floor, like that he has to say. If he said he go to 3.5th floor, means is there any meaning? 3.5 is mathematically is valid. It's a number. 3.5 mathematically is a number. But in this situation, if the person A is said to be as he go to 3.5th floor, like that means there is no meaning for that word. That means he has to say either go to first floor or second floor or third floor. There is no meaning of going 1.5th floor. There is no meaning of going 2.2 floor. 2.2 floor. That means this is it is in order. So mathematically numbers are valid, but in this physical situation, those numbers are not valid. 2.2, 1.5. For these number, there is no meaning. Okay. So that is the reason electrons are ordered. Electrons are exist, or charge of a system is exist in ordered arrangement. So from this understanding, we can define the quantization property as the total charge of the system is equal to an integral multiple of basic quantum of charge. Basic quantum of charge, which means, for example, glass rod is rubbed with zinc. One electron is transferred. One electron is transferred. That means E is transferred. Two electrons are transferred. 2E transferred. Three electrons are transferred. 3E charge is transferred. Like that, n number of electrons are transferred. N into E. N into E. So if this is if these are electrons, we can say minus Ne. If these are protons, we can say plus Ne. Plus, and that means we can say total charge of the system. We can take it as plus or minus N into E. Plus or minus N into E. Otherwise, we can take Q is equal to Ne, where N is equal to plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, so on. So this is called quantization condition. So basic quantum of charge is represented by small e. Integral multiple of representation, this integer will represent with plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3. If these are positive charges, we can take positive side. Negative charges, we will take negative side. Like that, we can count the how much charge is transferred from one body to the another body, and how much charge is there, how much charge is present on a given body. So like that, we can calculate the total charge of the system with the help of this quantization condition. So Q is equal to Ne. Right. So here, based on this one, they will ask the numericals. So regarding this electric charge, numericals based on, most of the numericals are based on this quantization of electric charge. Okay. So for example, how many electrons constitutes 1 coulomb of charge? That means by locating, that means by transferring or by gaining or by placing on the surface of the body, how many number of electrons will constitutively will give 1 coulomb of charge. So from this we can get N is equal to Q by E. Q by E. What is Q? What they are saying? Q is 1 coulomb of charge. I mean, this is 1 coulomb by E value, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Now coulomb will get cancelled. Now this 1 by 1.6 is nothing but 0.625 into 10 power of 19. That we can write as N is equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. 18 electrons. That means 6.25 into 10 power of 18 a number of electrons will constitute 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge. That means 1 coulomb of charge is very big unit. Very big unit. That means 6 into 10 power of 18 number of electrons combinedly will give 1 coulomb of charge. So 1 coulomb of charge is transferred from one body to the another body, which means these many number of electrons are transferred from one body to the another body. That is the meaning of this one. So, which is greater? So, in CBSE board examination, they asked this question: which one is greater? 1 coulomb of charge or charge on one electron? 1 coulomb of charge or charge on one electron. So, 1 coulomb of charge is very greater. That means it is 6.25 into 10 power 18 times greater than charge on one electron. That means these many number of electrons will constitute 1 coulomb of charge. Okay, coulomb is bigger. So in one more question they given in CBSE world examinations. Okay, so most of the times they will ask the question based on this quantization condition of electric charge. Okay, transfer of electrons, 1 coulomb charge is transferred or 2 coulomb charge is transferred, like that they will ask the questions. Right. This is the second basic property of electric charge, that is quantization condition. Right. Next, third one, conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. The total charge of an isolated body is remains the same or constant. So you take an isolated body, the total charge of that body will be remains the same. Isolated means it is not interacting electrically with any another body. That is called isolated body. When you take an isolated body, the total charge of that isolated body is remains a constant. Okay, or the charge can neither be created nor destroyed. Neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be transferred from one body to